Alright. Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start by saying all praises
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash.
Alright, double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, peace and mercy be unto the Lord, elect out there, teaching the word, truth, and sincerity. Alright, we out here another week, man, prophesied the downfall of this wicked place called America. Alright, and to wake up the Lord's hopeful elect. Alright, and oh damn, I say it's on my phone, but it's so lucky. I say because remember I was talking about the article.
Oh, yeah,
it's cool. But it put it up. Yeah, I put it. I sent it in the group chat. But I was looking it up earlier, and I sent it to the brothers in the group chat. They got the UN, and then like, you know what I mean, they had these summit meetings, like, you know, periodically throughout the year. All right, and then what they discuss is the topics or whatever that's like globally happening, like the shit that's going on globally, right? So this is from it's from Borg and Project.org, and they say the top 10 most important current global issues, right? And this is a list, all right, of what the UN and all that, what they supposedly take care of, but they don't, man. All right, the water and all that, food, poverty, all that's supposed to be taken care of by the UN, which is the United Nations, but they don't give a shit. Why? Because most of them are ran by Edomites. They got a few sprinkle of Ham and Ammon and all that, but it's Edomites over there. But let me just get into it, and we're gonna hit these precepts. It says top 10 current global issues, and I'm gonna just hit the like, I ain't gonna read all through. I'm just hit the points. It's number 1 is climate change. Number 2, pollution. Number 3, violence. All right. Number 4, security, well-being, and then like I say, any precepts that come to mind while I'm hitting these. Because number 3, that's a very important one, man. It says, I have to read this one. It says violence. It says violence can be found in the social, cultural, and economic aspects of the world. Whether it is conflict that has broken out in a city, hatred targeted at a certain group, and that hatred targeted at a certain group is mainly talking about us Israelites, man. All right, because the rest of the political groups and stuff like that, if you will, organizations, they ran by the elites, man. They ran by Esau, man. But the only thing that's not is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which is on the elders and the apostles and the brothers, man.
See, hey, and they talking about the 10 global problems that they, you know, basically gonna try to tackle or attend to. Hey, the Lord is ultimately coming to do that, because the Lord said, he should, roughly paraphrased, should I not come to destroy them which destroy the earth?
Yep.
Esau Edom is responsible for the water pollution, the violence.
Yep.
Hey, as the scriptures say, man, let me get this real quick.
Go ahead.
And the brother made mention of violence. All right, this is Revelation 6:4. It said that there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him. So Esau has the power. He's a sleazy E. All right, he has the power, man. The power is in his hand.
Yeah.
All right, and it said, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau do, man. He take peace from the earth on all 4 corners of it, man. In every which way, man.
And he do it in various ways, man. Well, number 1, he take resources from people. That's the main damn thing. 2, he give people low paying wages. All right, well, he can easily make that better. And 3, he ultimately oppresses people with all type of oppression, man. Whether it be psychological, you know what I mean, with these TVs and radios and advertisement, or whether that be biological, man. All right, because he got all type of things that's affecting our bodies on a day-to-day basis. So we're actually experiencing that at this moment, man. He's violently doing things according to what the scripture said. The brother just read, he said, the red horse, it say he was made to take peace from the earth, man. The other nations, they ain't really causing that much of a problem. It's really Esau, man.
Still some more on there too, and it said, take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, man. And that's how Esau is committing all these atrocities with that, with his blessing, the sword.
That's right.
All right, his blessing is the sword, and best to believe that devil uses it, man.
Yeah.
To the max.
Yeah. He don't pull no punches neither, man. Esau understands that blessing that he has, and like the brother just said, man, he uses it, man. He uses it to the max, man. That's why everything that he do, whatever, it got to do with violence, man. All right, and I'm gonna continue reading on, right? It says, this is number 4 on the list. I guess they doing it in chronological order as well. I don't know if they is or not, but it's listed from 1 to 10. It says security and well-being, right? All right, now it says the UN is a perfect example of preventing the lack of security and well-being that is a serious global issue. It says through its efforts with regional organizations and representatives that are skilled in security, the UN is working toward increasing the well-being of people throughout the world, man. And that last statement, that ain't true, man. Esau is not, give me that scripture, he spread this as the green bay tree in Psalms. Esau is not working towards the well-being of people's people's health and all that, and their security. If anything, he's taking all that away. You got it?
Yeah, this is Psalms 37, verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreadeth himself like a green bay tree.
Yeah, he said, I seen the wicked in great power. Who's in power right now? Because we reading about the global issues of the world. Esau has control of the global issues. And then he said, I have seen the wicked in power and spreading itself like a green bay tree, man. When you go back to the time of Alexander, when you go back to the time of Philip of Macedon, Herod, they were all spreading themselves, through war, man. They went about taking over these land masses through the art of deception and then the art of war, man. They break up what they call that when they take like little areas, small by small, little by little, divide and conquer. Yeah, divide and conquer, right? That's what they do. That's why the scripture say when he broke up the pieces and stamped the residue, it's talking about Esau like strategically, slowly breaking up pieces and taking land masses by divide and conquer. That's what the Romans did. When the Romans were in power, they slowly took over land masses by the divide and conquer strategy.
I was just gonna say this. I mean, before the Romans, though, you gotta remember Alexander did.
Yep, you had the Greeks, man. Yep, Greek, and Philip, his father, and he taught. He had Aristotle, which is Jake. He had him teach Alexander the art of war, man.
I got to know how to precept.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, this goes back into, once again, can you read that title, the headline again?
This is number 4. It says security and well-being.
No, I'm talking about the whole, just from the beginning.
Oh yeah, going back up, it says the top 10 most important current global issues.
And like I said, we made mention of Sleazy E being the head one of the one that's causing these problems, but this is Isaiah 24 and 5. It said the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the Lord, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant, man.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. I was trying to find that one. They have broken the everlasting covenant. It say, bring that back. I gotta hear it.
Isaiah 24 and 5, it said the earth, no, I'm gonna start at 4. It said the earth mourneth and fadeth away.
And why is it mourning and fading away? Who's in power? Esau. Go ahead.
It says, the world languishes and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Keep going.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right. It said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. Because when Jake was in power, yeah, you had wicked kings amongst our people, but for the most part, the earth still was in somewhat better condition, man. A lot better condition. But it says the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, man. Esau is he's the core problem of these global issues that they're trying to get rid of, man. They ain't gonna never get rid of because he keep having this shit go on, man.
And not only that, I got another precept on this devil Sleazy E. All right, this Sirach 10 and 1. It said a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yeah. Oh, you break it down. I get it.
All right, the government of a prudent man is well ordered, man, and that's why this place is out of order, because the judge, hey, Esau don't instruct the people how to do righteously, man. Why? Because he sets his laws up contrary to the scriptures, man. All right, but this is the point. It said, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein, man. Esau, you the most violentest person that walked the planet Earth, man. Or your race of people. All right, y'all the most violentest people that walk the planet Earth, man. So, of course, if y'all the ruler or the governor of a city, everyone within is going to be violent, man. All right, so that's why this place is so violent, because the ones who in charge is violent, man.
Not to digress, can I say something real quick? Because at the end of the day, and I don't know if y'all paid attention to Trump's daughter, with her wicked ass, with the comments she made. Now you got these Edomites sitting up there doing these motherfuckers. It's a well-known fact that these Edomites are the people that actually Salakia. Sleazy E's, you know what I mean? He goes and does this, the mass shootings and whatnot. But she tried to justify, she made a comment. She was like, well, the tragedy that happened in Texas and Dayton, but Chicago had 59 people got shot. So trying to equate that, because Chicago looked at it as like majority Jakes.
Yeah, exactly.
We're way more violent. That's what they're trying to put a perception on. What's the word? like the switching bait. You know what I mean? She's trying to make it, you know, well, this happened, but it's really, you need to focus on this. You know what I mean?
And what she's doing, all right, she's using a technique where she's trying to throw the attention
blame
for her people and throw it onto us. And that's how you know that, and like I just brought the scripture, that's how right into it, because Esau is the most violentest person on the planet Earth, man. And he's the head, man. All right, and if he set everything up, unrighteously, and that's why this place is unrighteous.
Yeah, if he was just to follow the ways that the Most High set up, then all these issues that the UN are having problems with, these shits can be avoided.
This place was taken by violence, so it's a violent place. I mean, it was built on violence. You know what I mean?
Verse 2. Y'all saw. This place is taken by violence. It was built on violence, and it's remaining in violence until Yahushua come back. That's why Scripture say, "Thus with violence shall that great horde be taken down." Roughly paraphrasing. But I'm gonna continue on real quick. It says, verse 5. I mean not verse, but number 5. This is the number 5 number 5 problem on their list, right? It says lack of education, man. All right. It says more than 72 million children throughout the globe. It said more than 72 children throughout the globe, man. They are of the age to be in primary education, are not enrolled in school. This can be attributed to inadequacy and marginalization as well as poverty. Fortunately, there are many organizations that work together, that work directly with the issue of education, providing proper tools and resources to school aids. So that's number 5 is education. And that's damn sure the Israelites not getting proper education. Number 1, start with the scriptures. Esau, in every school, they should be teaching who you are. Yo, they should be teaching little Israelite kids. You're an Israelite, you're God's chosen people. All right, we're the Edomites, all right? And you're going to eventually overtake us and all that and so forth and so on. Keep the Lord's commandments. But they're not doing that, man. All right? Give me that song.
Oh, I got a quick prayer.
Yeah, when you find it, let me know.
Yeah, it's right here. And this is Hosea 4.
Excuse me.
And oh yeah, 1, it said, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land."
That's heavy, all right?
That's the true education.
Man, go ahead, begin.
All right, okay, educate, because the word education, it actually means to withdraw something out that's already within you, man. Esau not, and that's why there's no truth of the Most High in the land. That's why this land is so corrupt, man.
Yeah.
Because if the land knew how the Most High got down, and that these laws and statutes and commandments were still relevant, all right, a lot of these things wouldn't be taking place, man. Yeah. So if you had the proper people teaching the scriptures, all right, if you had hey man, and that's why, man, the laws itself, man, because law brings order, man.
Exactly.
All right, and Esau doesn't have the proper law in the land, man.
Exactly, and that's a beautiful point, because that's the topic of what we're talking about. We're talking about the top 10 issues of the global, the UN global issues, and we talking about how these easily can be handled if you just follow the laws, man.
That's right.
I was just gonna say this based on what you just said, though. At the end of the day, if they was to set up the laws based on the scriptures, though, look at this society. This society, they wouldn't make their monies. It would be totally different. You gotta pay attention. Look at what's promoted here. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if it was based on biblical principles and laws and statutes, this shit wouldn't be, I mean, it wouldn't even exist.
A lot of this wouldn't, like you're saying, a lot of this wouldn't be going on, man. You had some more in there, right?
No, that was it.
Okay, bring that back real quick. That was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you said the scripture?
Yeah, the one that happened.
All right. This this Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land."
And why he got a controversy with this place, man? It say the inhabitants of the land, but we know what that land is talking about. It's talking about America, man. Because the Lord got a huge problem with this place, and how he gonna settle it is bringing back our big bro Yahushua to eradicate all this, man. It has to start over, man. Because Esau has furtherly corrupt this place, man.
So the Lord has to come and tackle those problems.
Hell yeah, bro.
Because as long as Esau's in power, those problems is not going to be
they're never going to be solved. Yeah, they never going to be solved.
The righteous have to be in authority, man.
Yeah.
In order for the
just like I get, because them damn Edomites, they get together, like I said, throughout the year. All right, and they say, all right, how can we tackle these problems? like y'all been doing this shit for years. Y'all come up with no damn solutions. It's because a lot of you Edomites, you too damn greedy, man. You worry about